Let's take a quick tour of the library settings in SharePoint and understand what configuration options are available for a document or picture library. To begin, make sure you're inside the specific library whose settings you want to manage. This could be a document library, picture library, or any custom one. If you're on the site homepage, you won't see the relevant options. Once inside the library, click the gear icon located in the top right corner of the page. From there, choose Library Settings. Now click on More Library Settings to open the Classic Settings page. This is where the core of your library configuration resides. At the top, you'll see general details like the library name and web address. Below that, you'll find multiple sections including General Settings, Permissions and Management, Communications, and Columns. Let's explore General Settings first. Click on List Name, Description and Navigation if you want to rename the library or modify its description. This is also where you decide whether the library appears in the site's left-hand navigation. Next is Versioning Settings, a very important section. Here, you can control how SharePoint handles versions of documents. You can enable major or minor versions, require content approval before publishing, and even set a limit for how many versions to retain. This is useful if you're managing storage or maintaining a clean version history. Now let's move to Advanced Settings. This section has many options, including allowing content types, setting a default document template, choosing whether documents open in the browser or client app, enabling offline client availability, allowing or disallowing search indexing, configuring automatic index management. Most of these will remain as is unless you have a specific customization or requirement in mind. Under that, you'll find validation settings. This is where you can apply formulas or rules to control what kind of data users can enter into the library's columns. For example, you could restrict numeric ranges or enforce required fields. Next is form settings. This gives you the option to use SharePoint's default forms or replace them with Power Apps forms for a more customized input experience. If you've built a Power App for your list or library, you can connect it here. Let's now go to the Permissions and Management section. Here, you can delete the library entirely, use with caution, manage permissions specific to this library, giving or restricting access, configure workflows, enable enterprise metadata and keyword settings. Then we have the Communications section, where you can manage RSS feed settings, useful if you want users to subscribe to updates. Further down, you'll see settings related to columns. This includes creating new columns, adding from existing site columns, organizing column order, indexing specific columns for better performance in large libraries. Finally, at the very bottom, you'll see View Settings. This is where you can create or modify views for the library, something we've explored in depth before. Clicking Create View and choosing Standard View will take you to the familiar Classic page for building custom views based on filters, sorting, and display preferences. And that wraps up the overview of the library settings page. Whether you're setting up metadata, managing permissions, or controlling how documents behave, this area gives you full control over how your SharePoint library works for your team.